Kiyaya and I are constantly looking for new books to share with all of you, and we came across a great new find that we're very excited to be sharing with you. And it may have a few of Kiyaya's relatives in it too. This great new find, The Three Little Wolves and the Big Bad Pig by Eugene, Trivizas, and Helen Oxenbury. It all starts now. Sit back, relax, get cozy. It's story time with Kiyaya and Daniel.
Hi, I'm Harry O. Confetti, International Formula One driver. I sped to get to Long Island Telecom before they closed. I need to get one of these fantastic deals that Long Island Telecom has, because you can't beat the price anywhere else. Oh, get away from that car! What are you doing? Freaking kids playing with the car out there. Anyway, I'm glad I got here. Wait, what do you mean you're closing? I gotta come back tomorrow? What's your number? 631-833-9679? Oh, stop writing me a ticket.
Stories are such an important part of our lives. Join my friend Kiyaya and I for Get Cozy, because it's story time with Kiyaya and Daniel, where we share some of the greatest picture books and chapters from children's and young adult literature to inspire you to keep embedding literacy into your days.
Once upon a time, there were three cuddly little wolves with soft fur and fluffy tails who lived with their mother. You know, that kind of sounds like you, and this one over here kind of looks like you. Kiyaya loves when he shows up in the story. The first was black, the second was gray, and the third was white. One day, the mother called the three little wolves around her and said, "My children, it is time for you to go out into the world. Go ahead and build a house for yourselves, but be aware of the big, bad pig." "Don't worry, Mother, we will watch out for him," said the three little wolves, and they set off. Soon, they met a kangaroo who was pushing a wheelbarrow full of red and yellow bricks. "Please, will you give us some of your bricks?" asked the three little wolves. "Certainly," said the kangaroo, and she gave them lots of red and yellow bricks. So the three wolves built themselves a house of bricks. Hey, look, Kiyaya, you're right here. I love when I get to poke fun at Kiyaya as we share books with all of you, but I'm sure he'll get me back later. The very next day, the big, bad pig came prowling down the road and saw the house of bricks that the little wolves built. The three little wolves were playing croquet in the garden. When they saw the big, bad pig coming, they ran inside the house and locked the door. "Hey, Kiyaya, what sports do you like to play?" Yeah, not croquet, though. Yeah, it's a real old-style game. The pig knocked on the door and grunted, little wolves, let me come in." "No, no, no," said the three little wolves, "by the hair on our chins. We will not let you in, not for all the tea leaves in our china teapot." "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," said the pig. So he huffed, and he puffed, and he puffed, and he huffed. But the house didn't fall down. That's a very strong house they've got there. But the pig wasn't called big and bad for nothing. He went and fetched his sledgehammer. Yeah, that doesn't seem like it's, a fair play. And he knocked the house down. The three little wolves only just managed to escape before the bricks crumbled, and they were very frightened indeed. Yeah, I don't blame them. That is kind of scary. That's a big sledgehammer. We shall have to build a stronger house, they said. Just then they saw a beaver who was mixing concrete in a concrete mixer. Please, will you give us some of your concrete? Asked the three little wolves. Certainly, said the beaver, and he gave them buckets and buckets full of messy, slurry concrete. So, the three little wolves built themselves a house of concrete. I don't know, Kiyaya, do you think the concrete house is going to be stronger than the house of brick? They worked really hard on that house, and bricks are tough. No sooner had they finished than the big bad pig came prowling down the road and saw the house of concrete that the little wolves had just built. They were playing battledore and shuttlecock in the garden, and when they saw the big bad pig coming, they ran inside their house and shut the door. The pig rang the bell and said, "Little frightened wolves, let me come in." "No, no, no," said the three little wolves, "by the hair on our chinny chin chins. We will not let you in, not for all the tea leaves in our china teapot." "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," said the pig. That didn't work the last time, did it, Kiyaya? I wonder what he's going to do. So he huffed, and he puffed, and puffed, and he huffed, but the house didn't fall down. But the pig wasn't called big and bad for nothing. He went and fetched a pneumatic drill and smashed the house down. You know, this pig, he's just not playing fair. When you blow down a house, Kiyaya, you just huff and you puff. The three little wolves managed to escape, but their chinny chin chins were trembling and trembling and trembling. We shall build an even stronger house, they said, because they were very determined. Just then they saw a truck coming along the road carrying barbed wire, iron bars, armor plates, and heavy metal padlocks. Okay, now if this one doesn't work, I don't know what will, Kiyaya. Please, will you give us some of your barbed wire, a few iron bars, and armor plates? "And those heavy metal padlocks you've got there?" they said to the rhinoceros who was driving the truck. "Sure," said the rhinoceros, and he gave them plenty of barbed wire, iron bars, armor plates, and heavy metal padlocks. He also gave them some plexiglass and some reinforced steel chains, because he was such a generous and kind-hearted rhinoceros. That is a good rhino, huh? So the three little wolves built themselves an extremely strong house. It was the strongest, securest house one could possibly imagine. They felt absolutely safe. I don't blame them. That's a lot of great protection from that big bad pig. The next day, the big bad pig came prowling along the road as usual. The three little wolves were playing hopscotch in the garden. Hey, I've seen you play that game, Kiyaya. When they saw the big bad pig coming, they ran inside their house, bolted the door, and locked all 37 padlocks. The pig dialed the video entrance phone and said, "Little frightened wolves with the trembling chins, let me come in." "No, no, no," said the little wolves, "by the hair on our chinny chin chins. We will not let you in, not for all the tea leaves in our china teapot." "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," said the pig. So he huffed, and he puffed, and he puffed, and he puffed. But the house didn't fall down. I don't know, I'm scared what he's going to come up with this time. But the pig wasn't called big and bad for nothing. He brought some dynamite, laid it against the house, lit the fuse, and the house blew up. The three little wolves just managed to escape with their fluffy tails scorched. Ouch! Yeah, that's gotta hurt. Something must be wrong with our building materials, they said. We have to try something different. But what? What do you think they're going to do this time? At that moment, they saw a flamingo coming along, pushing a wheelbarrow full of flowers. "Please, will you give us some flowers?" asked the little wolves. "With pleasure," said the flamingo, and he gave them lots of flowers. So the three wolves built themselves a house of flowers. Now, wait a second, Kiyaya. Flowers? How are flowers stronger than bricks and cement and all that armor and metal barbed wire? I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. One wall was of marigolds, one of daffodils, one of pink roses, and one of cherry blossoms. The ceiling was made of sunflowers, and the floor was a carpet of daisies. They had water lilies in their bathtub and buttercups in their refrigerator. It was rather a fragile house, and it swayed in the wind, but it was very beautiful. Next day, the big bad pig came prowling down the road and saw the house of flowers that the three little wolves had built. Now, this I could see huffing and puffing, blowing it down. What do you think, Kiyaya? He rang the blue bell at the door and said, "Little frightened wolves with the trembling chins and the scorched tails, let me come in." "No, no, no," said the three little wolves, "by the hair and our chinny chin chins. We will not let you in, not for all the tea leaves in our china teapot. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," said the pig. I think he's going to be able to do it this time. But as he took a deep breath, ready to huff and puff, he smelled the soft scent of the flowers. It was fantastic. And because the scent was so lovely, the pig took another breath and then another. Instead of huffing and puffing, he began to sniff. It tricked him. He sniffed deeper and deeper until he was quite filled with the fragrant scent. His heart grew tender, and he realized how horrible he had been. Right then, he decided to become a big, good pig. He started to sing and to dance the tarantella. It was quite a change of heart. At first, the three little wolves were a bit worried it might be a trick, but soon they realized that the pig had truly changed. So, they came running out of the house. They started playing games with him. First, they played Pig Pog and then Piggy in the Middle. And when they were all tired, they invited him into the house. They offered him tea and strawberries and wolfberries and asked him to stay with them as long as he wanted. The pig accepted, and they all lived together, happily, ever after. The three little wolves and the big bad pig. That really was a great retelling and a great version of this classic story, with a few things changed. And we love sharing new finds with all of you, but friends, we would love some recommendations for you. What books would you like to see Kiyaya and I share with all of you? Let us know on our social media at STITCHINgwolf on Facebook and Instagram. But before we go, Kiyaya and I almost forgot anyway, about the favorite part of our show. That's right, friends. Let's get crafty. Which house of the three little wolves built in this classic story, or this new retelling of this classic story, did you like the most? Draw a picture of either the house made of bricks and how the wolves constructed it, or the cement house, the house of barbed wire and armor plates and padlocks, or the house of flowers. Send your art to us on our social media, at STITCHINgwolf on Facebook and Instagram, or send them to us through email because Kiyaya can't get enough time on the computer these days. Get Kozy at STITCHINgwolfdesigns.com. We'll be back soon with another great story, and until then, friends, stay safe, happy, and healthy. And always remember, that's right, Kiyaya, reading is power.